you want to talk a little bit about the surprise A&M matchup for Sunday?
Cancel all Super Bowl plans, push those back to maybe get back by halftime. But that's part of our mantra this year. Be that big oak tree I'm looking at right across from Bud Walton, and be bendable, be flexible, stay in alignment. We've been that team that obviously will do whatever's the best for everybody involved, and that's what's best for everybody. We'll go do it. Not ideal. We could have really used the rest before the stretch run going into that, but we'll get it further. We'll get it later on down the line. So good that it's an opponent that we played already playing for a second time. So preparations don't require as much time. As a result, we took today off. We've got a lot of nicks and dings and bangs that we needed the extra day rest. So we'll get to work on them tomorrow. Travel day of, morning of, down and back to Texas A&M as we've been doing all year long.
Paul, go ahead.
Just obviously looks like A&M playing well. Had a really good finish against LSU last night. I mean, we've talked about them before. They present you with some significant challenges, obviously, right?
They do, but we can go back and pull a lot of good film clips that we were really good against them at home. Obviously, they'll be different down there. They're better. They're further along in the year, just like we are. So we'll see how much gaps we've closed. But they do have the formula. I think they're one of the best teams in America, and to hold an LSU team to 4 points, I think in the fourth quarter last night, and 14 and a half. Shows you what's capable. Second time around, Bob Starkey's defense does a great job of taking away what you did the first time. So we'll have to make some adjustments. But I thought we played pretty well against them last time. So that's what we'll try to carry in there. But yeah, they are playing. I think they've got more wins than anybody in the country. I think 17's the highest.
Russell, go ahead.
Yeah, along those lines, I was just going to ask, they're giving up 53 in their 5-game winning streak here. Just what have you seen defensively that's improved for them?
Well, they're really connected, and Bob does a great job with schemes. They've settled in. Their communication's obviously really good. Part of that number is a little bit to do with their offense as well. They've been kind of walking it up the floor and playing a little bit slower. Their points per possession, though, is a little bit lower. And that just comes with them getting more hooked up. They've got a lot of newcomers. You look at their, with Nixon and Zy Green and Alexis Morris and Destiny Pitts, all those kids. Aaliyah Wilson playing a bigger role. Kayla Wells' role's changed. So I think they're settling in. That's what I think it is. I think they're settling in, and Bob Starkey's got more film.
Jacob, go ahead.
Mike, at this point in the season, how do you monitor, or what's the balance between minutes and, making sure these girls are fresh come playoff time, but also want to get a win down the stretch against these teams?
Well, we make up for it in practice. I want them ready to be able to play 40 minutes a night, and that's always our goal. So if that means we practice an hour less, so be it. So we look at their total minutes on their feet. I think some people call it load management, or that's some really cool technical name. I usually pick out one player and I look at their cheek color, or I look at Michaela. If Michaela Daniels has been over, if she's tired, we're all tired. If Destiny Slocum's cheeks are really, really red, we're all tired. If Chelsea asks out to take off a rep, then we're all tired. So just listening to them and watching them and having some sense that, again, I want them to be able to play 38 to 40 minutes a night. If that means we take an extra day off, man, so be it. I think it's important that you show up healthy and happy, way more than over-prepared and knowing every single play call they're going to run. Or if you notice, we start to strip things away. We've kind of got that Bruce Lee method. Get it all in, then start to strip it away. And if you've watched our offense the last 4 or 5 games, we're what's the word to say around here? We're very vanilla. We're very vanilla. We've only got we had 100% of our playbook in. Now we've only got 70% of it in. So I guess that's what we try to do. We've always been that way, and we're in that point to where let's be good at the things we're good at. It doesn't take as long. Our roles are developed. Those kids who need the minutes get in here and get extra workouts on their own. But total team time really starts to shrink early to mid-February down to, an hour to maybe less on the floor.
Paul, go ahead.
Hey, can you just talk to us about, how, when did you guys get the word that this was going to occur, and just talk about, obviously you've talked over and over about being flexible. Well, it got thrown in your court a little bit the other day. So when did that happen, and kind of take us through that a little?
Got a text from Dorita Ratcliffe, our sport administrator, saying that the league had reached out to them. At the time I got the message, I didn't know who or what was the issue. It didn't take very long to unravel it, but when they started mentioning moving our A&M game up, it became pretty clear that there was probably an issue with Tennessee, who they had played, and then that would open a date up for Coach Blair and them to be able to play them further down the line. So it was, I guess, what day is today? Friday?
Yes.
It's probably been Tuesday morning, I think. Probably Tuesday morning is when that started getting to us, and then it was done by that afternoon.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's all it is making sure we can get an airplane to get down there and back. And as far as that goes, you're going to play them. You're going to play them sometime. We're going to have a bye. Do I wish it would have been Sunday? Yeah. But is there anything to worry? Nah. I mean, you take what comes next.
Russell, go ahead.
Did you have any Super Bowl plans, and why are you cheering for the Buccaneers?
I am not cheering for the Buccaneers. Thank you for trying to plant that seed. We did have some just around the house. Bowen's first Super Bowl. He will be wearing a Patrick Mahomes jersey. JC is from Kansas, born and raised. Was a Chiefs fan before they were good, so she's got me in there. Now I do like the Bucs. I got a tie to them. I told y'all about our tie to Vita Vea at Washington and with Alexis. So I'll be cheering for Vita to play well, but the Chiefs to win. And we were just going to do some things fun around the house with Bowen. Nothing big. Obviously now with the other baby on the way now, JC being pregnant again, we're back to being super COVID aware and sensitive. So it was going to be real low key, but we did have plans, and we'll still make them work. We'll get back. We should get back for the second half if everything goes well.
Jacob, go ahead.
After finally getting the monkey off your back for that first SEC road win, now how important is it to get that first SEC win against a ranked team?
I don't know that the win is important. I think playing well is important. If the win happens, it'd just be another – I'm sitting here looking at the RPI. It would be another top 10 or 15 RPI or net win. I just still think people watching, making sure we're healthy, making sure we're still playing well, making sure we haven't that we found a way to get over that wall. The importance of that win at Missouri was big, though, because I think that, our kids read message boards and they listen to people trying to drag them down, tell them we ought to be traveling, the day before. So I think we kind of used that. Thank assist to Colby Hale for telling me about it being on the message board and using it as a little bit of motivation that we weren't tough enough to get on a plane and fly up there and find a way to win. I think you guys are all smart enough and to figure it out that a lot of our road woes have been completely based upon who we've played, where we've played them, and when we've played them. We played pretty well a couple of those times. So I think it's good to get that win because it just does, like you said, kind of gets the talk simmered down a little bit.
Any other follow-ups for Coach?
More importantly, why are you cheering for the Bucs? Is it because Brady got traded? I know
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I could have cared less. I was really rooting for the Bills and the Packers, but
yeah.
Now I don't care.
Yeah. Obviously it's a hell of a story. I would, mine is complete personal preservation. Self-preservation is the reason I will be cheering for the chefs.
Anybody that can wear a ring every day of the week, then you've done something.
Nah, you've done something. Yeah, it won't tarnish his legacy though to me, even if they do lose. So that's why I kind of get away from that. I mean, it'd be an incredible story, but it won't tarnish his legacy any. So, all right, thanks, y'all.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Everybody.
Thanks, Mike.